In Eduardo Serra's films, I have noticed that there have been a mixture of different tones of lighting, from Harry Potter to Unbreakable, where you have you have the background fading in with the tones of the scene. So, for example, you've got a clip from Harry Potter where they're in the graveyard, mid-shot of the two characters, and it's set in the evening, so it's pretty dark, and he's managed to fade the background, and it's kind of his sort of style. So I think that's quite a challenging prospect to try and replicate. In Unbreakable, I believe there's a hospital scene with one of the characters, and the lighting's pretty warm. It's not too intense, nothing's too saturated or highlighted as such. And I think that's what I've tried to apply in this particular lighting setup, attempted to do. Simple 3-point lighting setup, so I've got the backlight at a low angle with the doors closed in to narrow the light towards the back of the pedestal. You've got the key light, which I've moved slightly round to the left, if you were from the camera's perspective, round to the left on a higher level, pointing down, which gives the top of the pedestal the highlight that we need, and the fill light to my left, just to give it that little bit of extra intensity to help focus the wand box, the book, the scarf and the wand, and I think it works really, really well. And I think that it gets the overall mood of the scene across, from where the main character that Sophie will play finds the book. Obviously it's an interior shot, so there's not going to be much intense light as such. In this mysterious place, dark room, I think I've managed to blacken out the background pretty well, obviously through the use of how I've set the lighting up. But in hindsight, if I was to do this and I was to keep seeing harsh tones of light, that would be something I would discuss with Kurt, as he can use his colourist expertise, if you have it like that, to tone down some of the highlights that are showing through. But I think overall I have got a pretty good light setup for this particular scene. The majority of the film is exterior, and since filming it yesterday there was a lot of harsh, intense light which Kurt was saying is a bit too strong. But I've done this scene with the 3-point light setup, influenced by Eduardo Serra, obviously. And the final scene, which we're yet to do, the dungeon scene, is going to be heavily dependent on lighting, as it's the darkest scene in the book. The maiden gets killed, the Warlock goes crazy, basically rips his own heart out, so I think that's going to be a really big challenge in the next stage of my exploration of Eduardo Serra's style, which is what I'm hoping to accomplish in the next film scene that we do, which is the dungeon scene. So yeah, I think that now that I'm confident setting this lighting scene up, I think the next one we do will be a bit more of a test, because I need to make the colours colder, darker, and I think I'll be using some cool blue gel filters over the lights, I think, because obviously this one's the start, so it's all like jolly, happy, and it's quite positive lighting if you say high key. So the last scene is going to be the complete opposite, so I can try and show the different ends of the scale between positive and negative lighting. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and accomplish in the next film shoot.